Aye, there has been a murder. One most foul and temperate. Don't know what it is yet. But hello. No worries, Snake. Thank you for stopping by anyway. Nope. Wait. Ah! I'm okay. A murder. Dude, I've got these things called BAM bills. Okay. Do people know the snowball, like sweet cakes, where it's like a biscuit with a marshmallow ball and then like chocolate and coconut, like the snowball snack, right? So, oh shit. So I've got this thing called Bambil, which is like a slightly different version, where it's like a marshmallow sprinkled with coconut flakes, but it has like a sort of like waffle wafer underneath, and it's really yummy. And I'm gonna eat it, and you can't have any. So, for those that need a reminder or weren't here, two main points of update. Firstly, me and Beth are really hitting it off. She said she was going to walk me home. It was very exciting. But as I was about to clock out for my shift, I saw in the hallway of floor 5 the dead body of, I think, Hector. Did she say she'd put a thingy in your bum? Maybe. Is that how they did it in 50s Canada? So we're going to jump right back into it, because I think our little walk home with Beth is going to be interrupted now. Yes, but they say sorry after, of course. Ba-da-da-dum. All I can say, it wasn't me.
Please let there be someone around who can help.
Yes, Hector. What on earth happened? I was on the 5th floor and heard the elevator door ringing repeatedly. I went out to check it. So I went to check it out. I found Hector's body between the elevator doors, lying in a pool of blood. Checked his pulse and couldn't feel anything. On his person were 2 pieces of paper, a letter from Bernard, and a copy of Hector's life insurance. Also killed the frame rate there for a second. Yeah, I saw that too. My head is swirling with questions. What does it all mean? How did this happen? Who could have done this to Hector? If, in fact, this was someone else's doing. Now, what we know is Hector's wife, Marcella, convinced him to take a trip here, right? Under the guise of renewing their vows. Which his family were like, I don't know why you're going so far away to renew your vows. We can't get to you. Like, I know this is your wife's idea, but we would have liked to been there to see you renew your vows. It's kind of weird that you're going so far away to renew your vows, but whatever. But what Marcella actually wanted from this trip was to reignite the spark of a lost love of hers by the name of Anna Belmont. Anna Belmont is here with her child son. And her real intentions were to try and rekindle and meet up with her ex-partner, Anne Belmont. Maybe. No, not Belmont. Beaumont. Not Belmont, Beaumont, sorry. Anne Beaumont. Not Belmont. And the life insurance, which is clasped in the dead hands of Hector.
I have to get the power back on.
Is made out to his wife Marcella. Oh, I think there's another body in there. I don't want to touch anything. Whee!
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
February 14th, Montreal's much bigger than I'd expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely. That feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English to French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel was nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today was Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever. Wished Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it still hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Milton to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today, Paul is the guy that was taking pictures of us at the beginning. Today, I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector back to the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. Hard letting go of it after many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. Wish I found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start to feel invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest in other people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel. So tonight, I decided to investigate. Found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera's at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Milton tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time to let go of Mr. Spade. Oh god.
9:45?
This is all reading right off the bat.
Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I woke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. She's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. But she's actually having an affair, possibly, with Anne. The guest from 507, I learned her name was Anne, has just said she might have an idea of how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should.
Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Oh, really? Dear Paul, I'm sorry to hear you in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employees cannot see past your medical history. But don't despair. I have been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now, I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I am aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once finished. Marcella.
Paul really got into his role.
I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far. I've already had tons of ideas. The trench coat you bought was a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I've also noticed you started smoking. Probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little bit too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 to 3 weeks. Thank you again for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry that you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective, you have to let go. Well, I mean, when you have someone as mentally unstable as he is, you know. Oh, wait, I'm actually leave. Uh-oh. We think of film noir as old, but obviously it's a time period, isn't it? It's just that's kind of more what it is. It's a time period, and A.B. Anna Beaumont, I guess. I'm not picking up the ice pick, okay? Yeah, it's like a stylized time period type thing. Like Sin City was noir. As weird as it was of a film. I need to call someone.
Hello? Is anyone in?
I need to make a call. But now we think of them as history pieces? I mean, they made history, like in film. I don't know if we... Uh-oh. No one's answering the phone.
Answer. Beth must be busy trying to restore the power in the lobby.
You hope. Marvel movies? No. I doubt it. I mean, they're gonna be remembered, but the problem with, you know, pumping out these, like, movies to the degree that you do is making them, what's the word? Like, clean up the murder. I didn't do it! What movies from now do you think will be added to history? Oppenheimer? Oppenheimer? Pirates Caribbean. Wait, this is Marcella's.
These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here?
It's hard to say, really. I think, like, I don't think a lot of things have the staying power as they used to. You know, like we.
Should I hold on to this, maybe?
No, I don't.
The fuse box. Just get to the fuse box in the janitor's closet, Sophie. It's not far.
Yeah, I think we're just like so oversaturated with various degrees of content that it's like people used to take time to create things, and now things can be created so quickly and
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
the murder weapon. Dune and Dune 2. I haven't seen them, so I can't really say. But
I have to get the power back on.
yeah, it's excuse me, it's the same level of Lord of the Rings with how well it was adapted. Yeah, I think Marvel oversaturated the market with its stuff. Like, if you look back, if any of them are gonna be, you know, historical pieces, I would probably have to say, like, first Iron Man.
It's too big. Like, that worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Wait, what's happening?
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. Yes, this is what I need.
Isn't there another one? Oh, it's right there.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now.
There's a power outage, and
You're
I'm
not
busy
gonna have to
preventing
make do.
another part of this hotel from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check the fuse box for plans required. Amperage. Excuse me. For each socket, remove all blown fuses from socket. Tip, blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in the fuses in sockets to make sure arrangement is correct. How do I know? It says... Oh, wait, 25. 25. 30. 30. 15. There you go. Test the socket with your tongue. As much of it as meme, I think Barbenheimer will always be remembered. Memes die.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police. Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Get down to the lobby, go straight. Am I gonna move the body then?
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
How do I get down then? Putting it back. Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Frame rate. Okay. Struggle busting a bit there.
Phone. I need a phone.
Why didn't I use the one in the thing? Can you not call the police from a hotel phone?
Beth? Where is everyone?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am.
Did you just say the name of the hotel? Like, surely they're gonna
Thank you.
know, right?
Now I just have to wait for the police. Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role-playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Discard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from room 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak. But if you see him, please direct him towards my office.
Is this the brochure Beth was talking about? The one that came in the West Coast. That's about as far from Montreal as you can get without crossing an ocean.
Still want you to repeat the address if you know it. Yeah, but like I'd say, like I'm in the lobby. When he was like, "Where are you?" She's like, "The lobby." I'd be like, I'm at blah 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 hotel. Clean the cups. Nope. It's weirder that everyone's vanished.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay?
Not just
You're going to
dead.
faint.
You found him in a pool of blood, murdered. There is a murderer in the hotel. Like this woman has suddenly become like very not helpful.
Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde.
No, merde.
Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I mean, yeah, her pearls were broken at the thing, right? I'm gonna say yeah. Whether it was self-defense or not, they might have stabbed him out of self-defense because he found out they were having the affair, but still think it was them.
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I didn't. I mean, yes. Kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body. Do not touch. It could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Ugh. Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
Wow. What do you mean?
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep them apart.
Beth.
Oh, you know. You know. That photographer I've told you about, Ziva Rivers, she was more than a gal pal. We were together for a while, and I was so in love.
The hotel is hell.
It was like a fire rain couldn't put out. I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last. But while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank
Bonnie,
you for
not Bonnie and Clyde.
trusting me with this.
Thelma and
Maybe
Louise.
now
Excuse
you
me.
can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends,
Ooh!
Sophie.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's...
Kiss, 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 kiss.
That's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
If in your pants, I'm kissing with my face. What are the chances she's the murderer? None. There's not been anything to suggest Beth's the murderer.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh,
Back to the present.
sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No.
Wow, what a dick.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors. So I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body...
They're gonna say that when they
was
found
preventing
his
the doors
body,
from
it was away from the
Really?
elevator.
When we
Yeah.
found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up.
Oh, thank God.
So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
This is not going well.
No, I didn't. Only
This looks so
but I thought
bad.
an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
Maybe.
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me.
Because they're not used to seeing a dead
Anyway.
body, maybe.
What did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No.
Like, no, I
I'm
could
afraid
I could say.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I want the real. Okay, I'm contemplating lying here. Okay. Because it would be like, what makes you think it was murder? And it would be like, well, probably because like a shit ton of the blood of his blood was outside of his body. He was clearly trying to like move, and like he was running to the elevator, and that's where he died. There was his wife's broken pearl necklace on the floor. There was an ice pick on the floor next to the blood. Like, I don't know. I just used my freaking eyes. Like, it was something. Usually, when people like have an accident, It's just not that much blood. I would see that body cut and that blood, and I would think somebody had gotten shot or stabbed. That would be my initial reaction. I'm thinking a lion.
I just assumed.
Yep, there we go.
What with all the blood?
Great writing, great writing.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's more than an assumption, isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings. We found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything
Should
you
have
know.
got rid of those photos.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
Having an affair with another woman.
She's having an affair, but it's not what you think. She's been in love with another woman since college. They've been apart for more than 10 years, and now
Yes, I know all about Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont's sexual deviance. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son?
Jesus Christ.
Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No,
Bastard.
I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you
Jesus
hear them
Christ.
speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
Tell me you're a homophobe without telling me you're a homophobe. Take a stand? Or deny? What does that mean? I didn't hear them say anything. I've not met them.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital.
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean...
I've not met
we've
any
all
of
got
these
our little
people.
quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets.
Leading the witness. He's leading
So tell me.
a lot.
Did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
I'm trying to think.
Looks like someone's mad.
Violent and aggressive. No.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I just don't believe you. I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
I literally have not actually met any of them. Very confusing.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough. Let's go see what Bernard... The atmosphere is so different in here.
So she goes
Will it
back.
ever feel like it used
I
to?
think
It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Oh. Yeah, does she live here? I mean... It's been tough being alone with my thoughts since the hotel closed 2 days ago. According to the papers, the police are still investigating and haven't made any charges yet. I just hope they take the time to get it right. The last thing the whole ordeal needs is an innocent person put behind bars. Anyway, this morning I got a call from Bernard calling me into the hotel. He sounds surprisingly cheerful even. I wonder how it'll feel walking into the Clarendon again after everything that's happened. Dude, fuck Maurice. He's a shitty detective.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in.
I was about to say, does this guy blink?
I suppose you know why you're here?
Not really, actually.
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title
How disgusting.
to Wendy,
Show me where.
since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members to follow. Is this something you believe you can do?
Where's the go fuck yourself button? They're weird choices.
An example? Me? No, I don't think I
Lean
can.
over.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I've heard this month's reward from Weston's will be quite nice. Well, I'm sure one of your colleagues will be more than happy to have it. That'll be all.
So he called me in the middle of a blizzard to say, hey, good job. Keep it up, champ. Like, bruh.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean. A shame I won't get to be there when you receive your reward.
Actually, I told him I didn't want it.
You did not.
I did. The reward would have been nice, but it's not worth selling my soul to the devil.
You're quite right about that.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel, so I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
Well, I'm not one bit worried about you. I know you'll be just fine.
Yeah, I do have a cat-like ability to land on my feet.
And think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
I'll miss annoying him. He turns into a particular shade of red that only I can get out of him. But no, you're right. It's time for new challenges. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel.
We could own a bed and breakfast together.
Behind the counter of, say, a bar instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Was. Kiss.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
Bernard's looking up like, you're fired! A fucking achievement! Kiss, 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 kiss. Kiss, 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 kiss. I don't want to lie.
I've been thinking about Anna and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend, day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere, and it will get here eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope.
I mean,
that's
it's
It will be.
every day is better than the last, right? But I mean, 70 years on, we're still not as good as we should be with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's still assholes in the world. But we're getting there. Three conspirators charged with murder. Wait, is this the end? I thought finding the body was going to be like the halfway point. What a dog. Alright. Aww. She owns a bar. I'd call it the Deviant or something, like just to be like fuck you. Oh, okay. It was over a lot quicker than I thought. Yeah, I mean, I really thought the whole actual murder plot was gonna be more of the bulk of the game. I think I was expecting to meet some of these other people. Like it would have been nice to have met Mr. Spade, Marcella. You know, I would have liked to have met those people and spoke to them. Like, we never actually saw any guests. We never found out who the prestigious British guest was. I think it felt a little. It was me. It felt a little like they kind of rushed to the end in a way. Yeah, I feel like there's a this game was digging into a mystery, but now I just feel like I'm left with a hole. Like we're missing an act. It feels like we're missing an entire act. Like it feels. I got cucked. I got cucked out of an act. Maybe they went with the more. Maybe the idea was to go with the more realistic setting of like. You are still just a maid at the end of the day. But I mean, I basically ended with the investigator not believing a word I said, and nothing happened in regards to that. Yeah, like it's left me wanting more, but not because of suspense. It just felt like stuff was missing. It felt like there should have been more there. Out of 7. Five. I still enjoyed it. It was good. I was enthralled with the story. I just think there was stuff missing. There needed to be more meat on the bone. Yeah, I'm going with a 5 out of 7. But that being said, it is the end of that game. It ended too soon. Yeah, it ended way too soon. I do have a next game planned. It depends if it's available to do right now. Okay. All right. In that case, stick around because we're gonna play some Resident Evil 5 with Mr. Cannon Master. Let me just get that set up, and I'll be right back with you. Cross play with the remake? No, there's no 5 remake. It's not crossplay. I just have it on PC. Me. This out the way now. Beam, 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 beam. Chat, would you want to see why is it opening on this screen? Hold on, it's opening on the laptop screen, so I can't see you guys. Yeah. Oh my god! Why is it doing that? Hold on. It keeps. I would like to see. Well, I'm trying to sort something, so you have to bear in mind. I mean, so it only goes up to 1920 by 1080p, but when I full screen it, I'll switch out now. Okay. When I full screen it, it moves over to my laptop. So, like, I don't know. You know how I would change that? Alt Enter. So I just. No, it went to the piece. It went to the laptop. What's Alt Tab gonna do? Maybe in Windows you can set this monitor as primary. It is. It is set as primary. That's what's weird. Change the screen as full. You mean display mode? Well, yeah, when I change it to full, that's when it moves to the laptop monitor. Can't you can't drag a window if it's full screen, you know? You can do this, but if it's full screen you can't drag it. Let's Google. When it is set to full, do you get a monitor option? Let's check. Screen resolution, display mode, refresh rate, vertical sync. Oh, split screen mode, overall quality, texture detail, motion blur, anti-aliasing, frame rate. Right, let me Google this. Just try changing your primary one or go back in render name config files. Oh god. Alright, let me whoop. Didn't leak anything, don't worry. They identify make this my main. It still switches. And now it's broke. What is happening? This monitor needs to be shown as one. Yeah, it is. It is. I just switched it. Hey, the Phoenix. We're trying to figure out how to Oh my god, this is so weird. Okay, you can see it on this screen now, right? But then it closed Streamlabs. It minimized Streamlabs on the laptop. So then if I open it, I can't move the mouse to the other screen. And it closes my Streamlabs. What on earth is happening? Oh god, what just showed up? That was my Steam front page, but I don't know if it had like fucking... It didn't have anything bad on it, did it? Fuck, you know. Right, hold on. Because I've had stuff where it's like, oh, you played Resident Evil. Would you like to play MILF Hunter? Would you be able to stream the laptop screen? Oops. I could. I'd have to resize everything in Streamlabs. Like everything's set. Let me just see that I didn't fucking like break shit. I mean, um, I'm just checking. Sorry. Okay. No, no, nothing bad. Okay, good. Um, yeah, it's not ideal. Check where the game is saved and open the ini files if it has config ini. What? The issue is it not being above. Is the monitor that I'm on. Let me see if I can it did say something about going into files and changing it, which it still wouldn't. It would look big on my monitor, but it's still going to look small on stream, like it did. Give me a sec. Display capture. Move that over there, and then can I get away with just doing this? Wait, and now I'm going to have to change my monitors again. The watch streak ended. Identify. See, it's made the laptop. Okay, this is fucked up. Wait, this is really fucked up and weird. Okay, so look at this, right? Identify. 1. It's saying that my laptop screen is monitor 1. Right? But it has the make this my main display checkbox unticked. What the fuck does that mean? And when I click on monitor 2 and click identify, which is the secondary monitor, it's got the checkbox ticked. Main display is different from actual GPU monitor input. So I'm so the fuck is going on? Okay, so that just like super zoomed in. all that did is just zoom my screen in really close. It's black for a reason, by the way. It's not going to work for stream either way, because the stream is still going to be a max of 1920 by 1080, which will be all for you, I think. Let me open that. Click that. Click this. We're good? I think we're good, right? That works. You can see it fine. It looks big. Where's audio? He's big. Okay, now I need to figure out.
Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so play game. Oh, okay. Game is very loud. Okay. Everything is loud. How's this? That's still really loud, huh? It's quiet part of the game, but it's still louder than me. So, like, if I'm doing this and then talking